What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Down the Rabbit Hole. Man, am I blurry? I'm a little blurry. Hold on, give me a second, guys. Maybe we need to do a quick... That's better. Much better. Okay. There we go. Now, if you haven't been tuning in, I did create a new avatar, which was fun. And kind of working on figuring out what the next step of that is. I've been also working on different... He's not on this one. This one should talk. So this one works. It's rigged up to the audio. Pretty fun. And so now I can use it in all my scenes if I want to. If I don't want to be on air, which is nice. So that's where we are. At the moment, I'm kind of working on finishing up a bunny one because I do, although Frank is okay for my other channel, Frank is technically a copywritten image and I should use my own bunny image for the channel. Now there are I had a few different ideas going into it, but if I really truly used the Psycho Bunny, what's always been drawn as the cartoon, it's actually for me because it's a cartoon I've been drawing for many years, and I haven't drawn him actually for a while. I pulled out a whole book of pieces of artwork that I did with the bunny, and it was in a different part of my life, so a lot of the artwork is a little bit more, I would say it's definitely more mature content. So a lot of it is kind of like the fight between good and evil, and at this point in his journey through his story, we were more on the evil side of things. So it's kind of that's just kind of how it is. Anyways, the issue with the Psycho Bunny, the character, which I can show you, I have a whole book full of images that I drew. Now, I'll just show you two of the ones that I like the best. Let me see. So this one I really like as a visual image for maybe the logo. The bunny has one horn on one side of his head, and then he has thanks. And then he has the ear on the other side. So, and with the ring from the halo. So one side's evil, one side's good, and he's looking sideways in this one. I really like this piece. You got the SYC, and then the head makes the O, the tongue. Pretty cool. And then the one that I wanted to reference it from, which, hold on, I gotta find it real quick. The one that I wanted it to reference it from, I believe, was farther up. And there's nothing weird on this one. Okay, so there's this one, which here's his character from the front view. And I have a bunch of different characters. But I can zoom in on this one. So like I said, kind of more of an adult material, like he is holding a glass of whiskey and he has a cigar in his mouth. So like he's kind of, but that's his evil side, right? Like it's kind of his evil side, right? That's kind of the idea behind the character. Correct? Something like that. That's my idea on it. So this one's pretty funny because this one comes with a poem. And like a lot of my art just is so randomly placed on things. But this one actually is like its own little piece. But it says, daisies are white, whiskey is brown. I'll love you until they put me in the ground. So, just kind of fun stuff. I feel like a very Deadpool character along those lines. Kind of like the worst of the best, or the best of the worst. So I feel like that character is quite interesting. So that's what I want to do, and I wanted to animate it. I'm torn though because I feel like his character has the cigar in his mouth, but I'm not really wanting to promote that. Yet I think it would make for good animation, especially if it like flicked up and down as he talked. It would help bring the character to life a little bit, right? Which could be cool, just an animation aspect. So I'm thinking of taking out the daisy and taking out the whiskey, and then redrawing our friend here again on the iPad. Yes, and when you cover half of it, it looks like the character is in profile, looking right or left. Yeah, I guess it could look like that. It's a little bit of a stretch. Let me see. I don't have like a white piece of paper. Anyways, so this is the character that I wanted to use. Yeah, I see the cheekbones or its nose. But his eyes just like are in a really weird spot then, I feel. It could be. Anyways, so like, I guess my process today is to try to figure out how to put the bunny into digital format, and that's pretty easy. Yeah. So I took a photo of it, and now it's time to trace it, right? So that's our plan, is to trace it here. Yeah, I think the character talks pretty well. His head's kind of big, but I think that's really because I was trying to fit the mouth in. It's fun to have an avatar, though. It's cool to see it move. But here we are trying to make another avatar, so yeah, I accidentally made a cool effect. Um, so the next part of this, though, for the bunny needs to blink, which is going to be a bit hard because I've never done a blinking animation before, and I have to do that blinking animation within a loop. So basically, I need to create all the frames 1, 2, and 3, like open, closed, or open and closed, because I don't think you need more animations than that. I guess I'm going to try to get away with as few things as possible. Okay, but let's just dial this in and draw it. First, we're going to this is my attempt to do it freehand, which isn't bad. I don't like the bone structure of this as much. It was kind of a quick draw. This bunny has been drawn all over the place too. There's actually, this is up in a little tiny bar in Golden Gai. I drew it a late night. We were in a bar in Japan, me and my friend Joe, and there was a man who had lived in California and had surfed, and we had talked about things, and he had lived in Los Angeles during the 90s, so we had talked about that, and we had just a great night hanging out with him. Anyways, I drew a piece of art for him, and he ended up putting it up in his cafe, so that should be there somewhere, tucked away in the corner, way up in the rafters of a little tiny place in the middle of nowhere. But there's art that I've put up all over the place. There's places in Thailand that have pieces of art in them. There's buildings and walls that have been painted, so there's a lot of art everywhere. I just like to make things. The problem is that I don't always have a purpose. Oh. Yeah, there's a lot of artwork. Whoops. There's a lot of artwork that just really never makes it anywhere. Anyways, so that was like that one. It goes with the poem, really, and I thought the poem was funny. I don't know if I drew this before. All this was drawn in Thailand, so this stuff is old work. Okay. So here we go. Going to need to add a layer because I'm going to draw on top of it. I want to take it in pieces, I think. So I'm going to zoom in here. Kind of give it a little bit of okay. I drew this so many years ago. That's a good thing I did because now I have to bring it back. But his eye shape is going to be kind of hard to figure out the animation on it. There's so much actual shading in this. Okay, so I'm just going to draw the eye sockets for now, right? Because we're not really drawing the eyelids. Sorry, it's so quiet in here. Okay. Just trying to make sure that all my connections are made, because if they're not, I'm going to have trouble filling it in later. Okay. The one really nice thing about having the iPad is being able to zoom in. And erasing is a lot easier too. If you make a line that's wrong, easy fix. Oh, I like that little line. Helps give it some space. Okay. I know this horn isn't in the right place, but I think it looks better than putting it too far out to the side. So we're just going to go with it. Pen control. Light and heavy. Okay. Light, then heavy, then light. Light, then heavy, light up. It's hard. Light and heavy. It's hard to have that control. I just want it to be the same thickness all the way through. Come on, I can do this. Light, heavy, light, light, heavy, lift up, light, heavy, oh. It's hard not to lift up too much. Definitely practice skilled. I think it's easier to just try to taper afterwards. Okay, then we have our halo. Should we put the halo up there, or should I hang it around? It'd probably be way easier to animate it up there. But maybe not. Let me think. If I'm animating it floating around the ear, right? Oh, I don't know. Sounds complicated. Gonna make that decision in a little bit. Okay, that's his head and his face. So we're gonna go here and we're gonna rename layer. Bring our keyboard out. Face. I don't know if these transfer into Photoshop. I hope they do. I know it's not straight, it's crooked. There we go. That helps everyone's OCD. Okay, so there we go. We have that. I want to do his body on a different layer. And what I should do while we're here on his face is I should... Oh, see, I told you. Where's my gap? That's solid. That's solid. That's solid. Nope. I see it. So this is pretty cool. This is the way I like to color. Very quickly. But now I can see how bad all my lines are. See how like jagged every line I draw is? Because I don't have confidence in the line I'm drawing. I just like need to just follow through. You know what you're doing. Oh no. What's good for the rest of the team, these must be solid. Right? Okay. There we go. So now we have like a much better rendition of our face. We don't have any eyes in it though, so we're there with that. It's okay. A lot of Procreate, a lot of just OBS tutorials recently, and just to be honest, I needed a break from painting for a little bit, so we're just kind of hanging out there. Also, I know the Hot Wheels videos have not been going out. I'm in the midst of trying to, well, we just finished soccer last weekend, so now that soccer's over, life can get back to normal a little bit. And that will be a little bit better for producing content. I'm actually trying to upgrade a lot of content, so my issue is that I want the content to be better, not just there, if that makes sense. I want it to be like worthwhile, worth watching. So that's the plan. But as we do that, it just takes time to like dial everything in, you know, so that's that. So let's add another layer here. And I want to build his mouth, but I'm going to do his body first. So I'm going to hide his... I'm going to need that one later, but we're going to hide his face for now. I'm going to draw his body. Oh man, he has such good features actually too. Because I drew his like little tiny shoulder blades, right? Okay. You go back to black. It'd almost be good if like I drew him in a couple different formats. Just tried to trace it a couple different times so he's a little bit glitchy. And just have it loop play on the glitch. This is going to get really complicated, and then I'm going to spend my whole weekend doing this. And what I really do need to do this weekend is to work on some of those Hot Wheel videos. I did get the rest of the collection sorted, or not sorted, but documented. It all has to go through the eBay wash next, so it's like finding the year of the car and find the year of the car and find out what the current price on eBay is, just to give an estimate of cars. But that's going on to a different channel called the Unboxing King 411. So that should go there. It's either going there, it's going to go on 4 out of 10 productions, which I already have. Like, check this out. Where is it? Oh. So if you haven't seen the unboxing video, here's a little audio. Oh, last time I told you guys I was going to, this is another animation that I did by hand. Last time I told you guys that I was going to show you the animation for UFO, which we can do tonight. I'll pop it up on stream. Kind of the next functionality of where Money Makes Monsters is going to dump off a piece of the project. So Hot Wheels still needs to happen. This animation was cool. I also have 4 out of 10 productions, which this is a pretty cool animation for that. Are we not playing? Play. Doesn't want to do it. It basically just shifts in color, but this is, like I was saying, I traced this a couple different times, and then, why are we focused? Oh, it's because the pen that it's written in is not good for this. Sorry guys. Anyways, there is that. Where were we? Here. Alright. So now I'm going to draw the skeleton. And see, the shoulder blades could give him a lot of characteristics, actually. You know what I'm saying? And so This gets a little weird because right here we have the sternum. Then we're going to loop out right. The rib cage, what does it look like? I think it needs to taper. I think this rib cage does a little too much. I mean, it looks fine the way it is, really. So what we do need is we need that ball joint looking thing. And let's draw the arm here. I kind of want to get rid of this background picture because I feel like it's shaping a lot of what's happening right now, but it doesn't need to. So I like it, right? Nice and clean. This is in front of this, but this technically would look like that. Okay, I like it. I like it. It's looking good so far. A little tiny bug flew in. Okay. I don't know what I'm making him do. Now I gotta draw that reverse image on this side. This bug's really bothering me. Should have squished him, but he's alive, so that's kind of hard for things to... It's a chance to do something. So he has a chance to do something. So the other arm. Right. Then rib cage. Rib cage. So bottom one should be pretty small, right? Or maybe it's the same size. Is that too much? It's too much. He's a cartoon. Let's give him, I want to try to get 4 in. 1. Boys are doing something. For animation, you really want to keep everything really simple. Easy to draw. Like, looks like it comes back into his to the same spot. I don't know how much I like that. There we go. I like never get notifications because no one's ever doing anything. Of course, the boys are sending a bunch of stuff back and forth right now. So I'm just changing my notification settings so it doesn't like give away anything. Not that it really matters. Twitch, YouTube, fine. Okay. All right. Back to what we were working on. Okay. I don't really love. It needs to connect to the spinal cord, which is way back there. Right? I mean, they go towards your back. Okay, so still, we want 4. We just need to make those 4 happen. 5% of my Apple Pencil, oh dear. I think that's it, right? I don't even have to draw the back part. I believe this rib is kind of like weird looking in real life. So I can just connect them in. Make it easy. Perfect, right? Good. I could fix the one on top too if I wanted to. Should I? I should, huh? Because they shouldn't go. Oh no! The good thing this is not like paper where you erase something and it's gone forever. This is much more forgiving. There, I think that's good for what I want. Right? Background color. Let's go like just a light gray. Or a light color here. Grab some white. I have a feeling before I do that, I'm going to get my black. I'm just going to it's like I want to erase it. Try to start over. Confident line. Nope, way too thick. thin. Just right. It's going to be terrible if I have to do it like this. What I think I should do is I think I should leave it for now. I can come back and touch it up later. It would be nice to have some like real clean lines though. But he's an animation, so the amount of time I'll be putting into like cleaning up lines, it just won't be worth it. It's gonna move fast. Just gonna clean them up just a little bit though. Just a few small pieces where I can, not too many. Gotta finish up this like this shoulder blade. Guess I don't need the top part. The shoulder blade, or I can make the shoulder blades longer. Okay. Back to the white situation, although to be honest, whoops. Okay. So I can take white. Let me just get a little bit darker of a gray here. And let's put the grays where they, oh dear, where they need to be. A couple darker colors. And probably want something a little bit lighter. For like the insides of these. Right. Oh. That was happening. Oh dear. What happened? Why? Oh, such a small little black piece. Why am I on a color drop threshold. Right? There he is. Yeah, it is quite easy to color. And to change colors too. It's pretty easy to do. Like if I didn't like that gray or if I thought the white was off. Anyways, so there's our character. That black almost looks gray in his chest. So now, because we're starting to run out of time here. Just want to do something. And I'm going to rename this eyes. I press for it to do it. Okay. So I don't know how to do eyes closed. I have to know how to do a middle one. Okay, so eyes open would be here. Let's do this first. We just used white. We don't need white. Okay, good. Back to black. So this eye on this side should just... Whoa. Now, that's because I didn't do something that was appropriate for what needs to be done. So, black. I like it. It's a little it's a little harsh. A little harsh. I might not be able to do it that harsh, but I do. Here's my thought process. Since he is evil on that side, I figure that should be his evil side. But I need a better yellow almost. Right? And since this is the good side, this good side, I want this side to be baby blue. Should be like a cerulean blue, but just to be like, maybe that's too much. Maybe it needs to be like this. Maybe this needs to be like more of a. It probably looks better. Not so insane. The red was too much. The red was too much. But that's what's nice about having the, being able to change colors. Right? Like whenever you really want. So that's good. And maybe this one, I want to. Right? So the background isn't there. The problem is the background is going to be black, which is this. You can barely see the color. Oh, the color difference there. It's like the lightest shade of pink. And bring it more into being a strawberry. It's really pink though. It's like he's got pink eye. He just wants to look a little tired on this side. And then last but not least for these eyes, I'm going to make them pop. I don't know if that, I don't think it's supposed to be there. No, it needs to be in the same spot. So there we go. We kind of have that finished. Right, no arms still. Okay. Now, here's the next issue. Oh, we still need to draw all the eye animations. So this is what's been like kind of consuming my life recently. So all the eye animations should look, when his eyes are closed, it should look like that. Right? And like, could I duplicate this one? Delete this one, and then hit it with the pen, smash like this. And the issue though, when you do close your eyes, put it on its own layer. I knew that was going to do that. It's not necessarily what I wanted it to do. should have just done both at the same time. Nope. No, thank you. There's got to be an easier way to do this, but I'm just doing it the fun way. Of course I would. And it's going to cause all these problems. Whoa. I could also make the eye bigger. It's going to cause all these problems. I guess I already did it, so maybe we shouldn't put this one down so low. Okay, it's fine, and let's fix everything. I just pull the color real quick. Oh dear, what's going on with this one? Oh, there we go. Nope, why? We're missing some black. Okay, fine. Oh dear. What exactly are we looking at? Whoa. I'm having a hard time seeing things because there's too many layers. There we go. That's why we're having a problem here. Right, so now we have half closed eye. Come over here. The same thing. Close the eye. And I can put eyelashes on the eye itself. So all the little pieces of animation have to be drawn by hand. Well, I don't have to draw it by hand. Could probably have AI whip something up for me. But what would the fun in that would be? And look at who would have two floating eyes. Okay. What I probably should do here too while I'm here is, and this is out, I'm just going to finish this up, and then we're going to this color, drop it there, drop it there, grab the white, drop that there. Okay, now there. Now what we should have is our face. Our face with two eyes open. Really open eyes. Look at that. And then he needs closed eyes. So I can delete this one. So dink dink. Nope. They're out of order. So it goes dink, dink, dink. Nope. What if it just skipped the middle frame? Open, close, open, close. just makes it just a little bit smoother. So it can be open. Whoops. No, nope. No. See, just a little bit down as they drift away to being closed. I could put a little bit of eyelash on him. Just a little bit, but he is a skeleton, so I feel like that's good enough. I don't know. Okay. But that's not the only piece I need to make. I need to make his jaw. Which, unlike the other one that we did, see, here's where it gets tricky. There's a lot going on in his throat area, right? So if I do draw a jaw, it's got to be pretty small. Now our original, let's go back to our original. We can see what we did there. Oh, it does have a jaw, but look how small the jaw is. See it? It's teeny tiny. Teeny tiny. And it goes right, tucked right back underneath that mouth. So in reality, not a whole lot moves. What do I do? What do I do? Is this coming through okay? Did the stream stop? I feel like my bit rate is terrible right now. Probably because it's the weekend. All my roommates are trying to use the internet. Yeah, it does look like a neck bone. And that's where the animation that we always put in, that I always put in the cigar, the cigarette always was in his mouth because he gave his mouth just a little bit more definition. But what I really need to do is I need to build this. Not here. Okay. So I was thinking that I could build, as long as I'm on the right layer, I could draw a jaw that went like this. Okay. And the reason why I'm drawing a jaw that looks like that is because I want to move it up and down. So my thought process is, so there he is, there's the jaw, right? And if I could have it move up and down like this while I talked, then it would look like he's doing what he's supposed to be doing, right? And so that's kind of the thought process behind this animation, would be to just get it to bounce right here in between these frames. So it's like a floating myth. But this could bounce along with the shoulder blades maybe, you know? And I could set this to a y-axis bounce so it bounces pretty far. And he does talk like he would need to. And that might not be too difficult. Right? Now if I wanted other things to animate like his eyes and stuff, then I have to put that on a loop, and I plan on this weekend kind of taking care of that and figuring out how to put his eyes on a loop. That way the animation is blinking every once in a while talking. And there's a lot of things that I could actually animate on. What? I could animate on this thing. Like I said, I still need to animate the halo if I'm going to do that, where that's going to go. But I'm pretty happy with this overall. I was really kind of skeptical about this project when I started, but I have it all divided up into layers: mouth, face, open eyes, closed eyes. I could even do different mouth layers that have an animation. I think this might get a little complicated, but make him laugh. I could make him laugh, but he's gonna make my other character laugh too. Would he laugh? Too much. Wonder if he laughed crooked. Like if he talked and it went really crooked, if anyone would be angry about that. I don't know. Pretty fun to make little characters though. I could pretty much be anything. I could be a dragon. Can't wait till I start drawing dragons. This might turn into a really interesting hobby. I know people do pay for avatar design, and we pretty much went through an entire design of an avatar with the different animation layers, what you're going to need, a few blinking eyes. I can show you the mouth layers that I did in my other example. But yeah, these are pretty fun to do. Anyways, it's Friday. It's 9/12. It's been a long week. I hope everyone out there has had a great week. We're just going to wrap things up for today. That was fun. We built a new avatar. Played around with a little bit of its movement and how it'll talk eventually once I get it up there. Maybe I'll build it on this channel so that we can see what the final product looks like without having to switch over to Money Makes Monsters. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know we're not painting every day, but I'm taking a break from that and kind of learning a little bit more about this kind of stuff and doing a little bit more animation, which I enjoy. So it's fun to do something that I enjoy, where painting is really just an uphill battle for me all the time, which is fun to watch, but not that fun to watch because not a million people tuned in to watch, so we know it wasn't that interesting. But moving forward, we'll be bringing better content. Oh, as promised, I said I was going to show you the UFO preview. Let me bring it up. Desktop. You could watch this live episode right now. It's going on. I'm going to go to subscriptions real quick. No, these are all mine. I need to go to... I should have brought this up earlier. Maybe this is not the one to do it on. Oh, here we go. That's it? Dang, I don't have many subscriptions here. I should search under funded organization. There it is. There she is. Forest Hole subscribers. Shorts community. I need to go to videos. Oh, there's got to be... Oh, I know what it is. It's not... it's not viewable for all viewers because, okay, here's the thing. Let me give you a little background story on this animation. I created this animation to play like a geocache game where I was going to leave different stickers at airports and places and see if I could get this little picture to travel around the world and have its picture taken in different places and sent to an Instagram. So it was pretty complicated, the whole idea. This one I'm going to have to, give me 1 second. I will be right with you guys to show you this this visual, because it's just a private video, and I don't get to watch it very often. Okay, so let me switch screens real quick in my window capture. That should be it. No, that's not it. There we go. So here's the 1 minute and 26 second cut. This is hundreds of frames, tons of layers. I'll let you watch it in all its glory. I'm gonna cut all the stuff. Donations. Are we getting desktop audio? Hold on. Let me make sure. Yeah, we're getting desktop audio. I sent this out to my friend who actually ended up building the rest of the audio for me and making the soundtrack for the back. I should have left it at the regular volume it was. It just got really loud at one part and it was kind of abrasive. And I just turned it down just a little bit, but you'll hear it and it should probably be turned up a little bit. Anyways, here's the animation from all the UFO, and this is kind of the contest. And all the directions. So all the directions are put in here as well. Sorry. So that's the whole animation. That thing took me way too long, but it was something to do, you know. Like, I got it done. It's a huge project, huge undertaking, and that's something I really need to get off my iPad. But there's so many different layers, and there's like one layer that's used for the background of layers 1 through 10 because we're zooming in and the cars are going forward. There's just so much, and it's so complicated that I haven't even tried to take it out of my iPad. Anyways, that's going to be it for this one. There you go. There's a UFO animation. Not a whole lot of people have seen that. Yeah, thank you. Anyways, have a good night. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday. Hopefully I'll have made progress on one of the many projects that I'm working on, but that's kind of why I'm doing this channel. Anyways, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time. Good night.